How's everyone doing on this fabulous Wednesday? So excited to be here. I feel like I know it's every other week, but I feel like it's been like a month and a half. It just feels like it's been a long time. I don't know why that is for me in particular. I mean, I'm always busy, always running around like a chicken with my head cut off, but for some reason it feels like it's just been a long time since we connected. And we have Mr. Neo, who is making his presence known. We're probably going to have a few more fur friend visitations tonight because I didn't get a chance to feed them before the show. So they're all going to be like, Mama, just so you know, we have bellies that need to be filled and we're starving and it's just terrible. It's just terrible how you make us wait for our food. So just be prepared for that. So I don't think I announced myself. I'm Stacy, the Black Feather Intuitive, in case I didn't say that. For anyone who is new to the show, so happy to have you here and welcome to this amazing community. And for those of you who are so loyal and returning, so happy to have you guys here. We made it through all of those super moons, and we've got a full moon that's coming up. Crap, I forget now. I think it's happening the end of this month. I think it's on the 30th. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on the 30th of this month. That's also going to be a super moon. So just kind of prepare yourselves for that. I feel like sort of as Leo season, we're getting ready to shift over into Leo season in the next 24 to sort of 36 hours, depending on where you're at in the world and how that's working. You know, Virgo season has been wonderful for all of us in terms of reflection, getting organized, bringing some structure to our service. And now the Libran energy, we're going from an earth-based energy to now an air-based, sort of the element of air. Libran energy, it's about our relationships. It's about harmony, balance. It's about communication, and it's a fixed sign versus Virgo's mutable. So when we have a mutable sign, there's a little more flow, right? There's a little more flow. We can feel all the feels, but we're also able to kind of, I want to say, weave our way through that. With Libra season, it's pretty fixed. It's a cardinal thing. So you're going to feel what you're going to feel. It is what it is. Whatever is showing up, it's showing up. And you want to kind of, I want to say, face it head on. But the beauty of Libra season also is that there's peace and harmony. So it's a more diplomatic approach. It's not so in your face. It's more of, okay, let's just look at the reality of the situation. And now how can we find a happy medium, or how can we find a solution? It's very resolution and solution focused, not problem focused. And I think that's really, really important for all of us to kind of keep in mind. All right, I'm going to pull a card today. And I'm not pulling a tarot card. I'm actually going to pull an oracle card from the Starseed Oracle deck from Rebecca Campbell. The reason why I'm laughing at that is because I'm getting ready to launch my tarot intuitively. And I've just been talking tarot so much, and I love talking tarot, and I want to talk tarot, and I want to continue to talk tarot with you guys. And starting this Monday, I'm doing a free 5-part series on tarot, wine, and a little Phoenix wisdom. It's going to be live here. Keone and I are going to be doing that this week. We're really excited to be connecting with all of you guys. Again, completely free. And I'm taking a break from tarot tonight, and we're going to do an oracle card reading instead. So here's what we need to know. Here's what our guides want us to consider. This is important. Whenever you're getting this reading, it's the right time for you. It's the right message for you. Don't worry so much about timing. Loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, density, addiction, and let God in. So I feel like this particular time that you're receiving this message and coming across things, it's very important to take a look at what you're hanging on to in your life that maybe it's time to kind of let it go. It's time to, I want to say, put your trust in source, give it up to the angels, give it up to the universe. Anything we manifest, we have to let go of the how and the when. I'm famous for always saying we have to stop micromanaging the universe. So where in your life are you micromanaging source? Where in your life are you micromanaging spirit? We want to keep in mind that our guides, our dream team, they have kind of a bird's eye view of our lives. They know so much more about where things are at, what they can access in order to be able to bring our manifestations into fruition. But if we're saying, no, 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 it's got to be this and this and this only, and I won't accept this over here, and I won't accept this over here, it's got to be this, and we get really limited about it, the universe is like, all right, I could do it over here. It would be super easy. I'm actually getting a flash of the Die Hard movie. Oh my God. So in the Die Hard movie, all the FBI agents are trying to get the building shut down or whatever. And they're at the grid. And there's this whole thing about, well, we're going to have to shut down 60 city blocks on a Christmas Eve. Like, this is bad. And the guy's like, no, 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 I can do it from right here. And everyone just keeps dismissing him. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. We're all, cock of the walks here. Shut down the whole grid. We got to do it. And he's like, but we don't need. And then he's like, okay, fine. Shut down the grid. That's what I feel like we often do with our dream teams, is we are like, I have ultimate cosmic power. I know everything. And we don't. And that's what our guides are coming through with today. Loosen your grip. Accept that we don't always know everything. Me being a psychic, people are always, I was just having a conversation with my previous client. People always say, why do you as a psychic go to psychics from time to time? Because I don't always know everything. Sometimes I'm too close to my own stuff. And I can get caught up in my monkey mind, and I take control. I take the control because I'm afraid. I don't trust that I'm worthy and deserving, or I don't trust that I'm going to be successful, or I don't trust that the universe has led me down this path for a reason. I don't trust the process, whatever it happens to be. So we're all being called at this time to really review and evaluate in our lives where we might be hanging on a little too tightly and letting it go. Addiction. I want to say, I had a client just a couple of days ago that used the word, oh God, what was it? Oh, dependencies. And I really liked that, because the word addiction has such connotation to it. But let's face it, we all have different dependencies to things. For me, I might not have an addiction, a stereotypical addiction to alcohol or to drugs or to gambling, but I can tell you, I love me some food, and I can definitely get into emotional eating. And I would say to you, food can be such a dependency, because we need it to exist. So it's easy for us to tell ourselves, well, this or that. And for me, it's just about, oh my God, it tastes so freaking good. I just want to eat the whole cheesecake. I don't want just the little sliver of cheesecake. I want it all. Right. So I feel like we want to maybe consider taking out the word addiction and putting in dependency, because it's like, okay, we all have different dependencies that we can all work on. And we can all evaluate to say, okay, how can I work on being less dependent on this substance, this choice, this habit, this behavior, this person? So I feel like there's also really something of value here for all of us in that reflection process of, where have you gotten a little dependent upon things that are outside of you? Our guides are always telling us, and source is always telling us, we have everything we need within us. We forget that. So we do a lot of seeking outside of us for the answers, seeking outside of us to feel better, seeking outside of ourselves, because we don't trust in our own innate intuition or our spidey senses. Source is saying, yeah, no, it's time now to kind of evaluate where those dependencies are and work towards tweaking them, shifting them. You don't have to throw it out the window right away unless that's what you're feeling called to, if that's what you feel is going to be the healthiest thing for you. It's about awareness. I can't express this enough, and this has been coming up so much in my own personal life, is we overcomplicate everything. And Source is constantly saying, it doesn't have to be that hard. You're making it harder because you're buying into the illusion of this, sort of grand story on the planet. But what we really want you to feel and experience is the core, the truth at your core, which is I'm that spiritual being having a human experience. And something that I just heard very recently was a great sort of explanation for the kind of the human experience, is that each of us come in with two different operating systems in our bodies. We have the ego operating system and we have the heart operating system. And the ego operating system is there because in order for us to play the game that is on planet Earth, we have to forget. Because if we immediately knew who we were, we wouldn't play the game. It's like role playing, those the murder mystery games where y'all draw your lot and nobody knows who the murderer is until the murderer in that moment realizes, oh, I'm the murderer, I'm the one, and so here's my line, and I didn't know, and I was just playing the game, and now all of a sudden I know, oh, I'm the one who gets to ask all these crazy questions and see where people are at. So I'm really feeling like awareness is the key. We overcomplicate. We try to think that we have to do 57,000 different things in order to get where it is that we want to go. Spirit says, no, just become aware of your dependencies. Become aware of how you're feeling. How do we process feeling and process through feeling and emotion that's a little bit on the heavier side? We can go through therapy and do all of those things. I've been there and done that myself a number of times. And yet Spirit says, Source says, that's all fine and good. Do what you need to do. But you don't always have to do a deep dive into the ocean of emotion. You can bring awareness to how you're feeling, acknowledge that that's how you're feeling, and watch it sort of floating by. Watch it as it just sort of kind of dissipates. Let it do the work that it knows how to do innately without us having to get in and micromanage, right? So try this. The next time you're feeling something that you don't want to be feeling, that's a little bit uncomfortable, do what I do. Set a timer. Pick whatever time you want. I usually do 5 minutes, unless it's something I really don't want to feel. I might do it for 10 or 15 to give myself, especially like anger. Anger for me, when I feel anger, I need to feel it, and I need to feel it fully. So I give myself a little more time to feel it so that then, like, I've purged it, it's done, it's out of my system. But some things I'll just set a 1 minute timer. I'll stop whatever it is I'm doing. I'll fully immerse myself in that feeling, giving myself the opportunity to acknowledge it. And then when that timer goes off, I am shifting, either doing the opposite or connecting to the opposite feeling or emotion, or going back to what I was doing before I got, waylaid by whatever it is that's going on. And I'm moving forward and I'm focusing forward. So as you're doing your review and the reflection, understand that the simple is not always easy, but the simple act of acknowledging, bringing awareness to, this is in my reality right now, this is how I'm feeling in this moment right now, rather than trying to shove it under the rug or to change it right away. This is where it's at. Let me feel it, and then let it pass through me, because the feeling already knows what it wants to do. It's our minds, our egos, that take it and say, oh, I know I'm going to micromanage this, and we got to get this out. We can't think about this. We got to release it. We got to release it. and they take control. So release that. Coping mechanisms, density. That was the other word I wanted to talk about really quickly. Density. That is the thing that we are in the throes of right now, is we are on a very dense, low vibrational, well, the planet isn't low vibration. The certain people on the planet are low vibration. Humanity in general is living in that lower vibrational energy. Low vibration doesn't necessarily mean bad. It just means it's a lower, denser energy and frequency. And for those of us who are connecting here, we're always looking to elevate, right? We're looking for those higher frequencies. So understand also that it doesn't serve our purposes to look at density as bad or evil or wrong or something that we have to run from. It's more an acknowledgement that, okay, in this denser, heavier climate, this denser, heavier energetic space requires me to have a bit of a different perspective, to come up with coping mechanisms that are more aligned with being in the fifth dimensional energy or the higher dimensional energies, and not leaning into the where I've been before. It's the new, it's the fresh. So shifting perspective on density as well, I feel, is something that a message that a lot of people need to just sort of ponder, because there is this, I mean, even just in the spiritual community, there's a lot of this idea of, high vibration is great and low vibration is bad. No, in the spirit world, it's all energy and it's all love. It's just lower and higher frequencies and densities of the same substance, which is love, which is source energy. So shifting our perspective on that helps us to not see our environment and the density of it as being an obstacle. Instead, seeing it as, well, these are the parameters of this world and this life. And so therein lies the positive soul challenge that I'm here to create through this density. So it's neither good nor bad. It just is. It just is. And I keep saying that, and that's Libra energy. So there we go. We've come full circle. All right. I'm going to shut up for a minute or two. Keone, who have we got coming on? Anyone with any questions?
We have got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 names on the wheel, but in studio we have Indu.
Hey, Indu.
Hello.
Great to see you. Do you want a card pull today, or do you have a question?
Just a card pull.
Just a card pull. All right. Let's see what's coming up for you. Keep hearing the word peace for you, needing to really claim your peace.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling like it's claiming it from the heart space. Sometimes when I think peace in my belly, peace in my soul, peace in my gut. I'm actually feeling it here in the chest area for you. So not heavy heart, but claiming your peace in your own heart space. You give a lot of your heart space away. This is about saying, nope, my peace is going to stay with me today. Oh, interesting. You got the void card. I love the void. Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. There's a lot that you are getting ready to, I feel like this is like seeds being planted and the seeds are germinating, the seeds are starting to move, but it's like that space just before the potential becomes something. So it's like the seed just before the little sprout starts to crest. That's the energy and frequency of where you're at. And so the void doesn't need to be scary at all. The void, I feel, is where you're claiming your peace. So it's like, okay, I don't need to worry about the doing and all of the stuff that's out there and the things that people need and all of that. I'm not doing any of that. I'm focusing and sitting purely in the energy of that potential that is literally cresting into something that I've been wanting for a really long time. And no one is going to rob me of my peace. Also, when I'm looking at this card, of course, we've got the void and it looks a little bit like maybe like a black hole kind of situation, but there's a star right in the center of it. What I'm seeing is the eye. So I feel like it's the eye of source. And I feel like this is something you want to do in meditation during this time, is like taking this picture, for example. I'd be happy to take a screenshot and send that out to you. But taking this picture and meditating on what is my journey like getting to the star that's in the center of this eye, like the eye, going to the eye of God, right? The eye of source, the eye of the divine. It is that great cosmic womb, but it's there because you're, like I said, you're not about to give birth per se, but you're right on the cusp of like the insemination of it all. Like the seed is deciding whether or not it's ready to do this journey. And once it makes that decision, then you're in, and that's when everything really starts to get going. But there's an excitement in that feeling, and anybody could come around and stomp on it and it's pooched. So claim your peace. Don't accept anything less than your peace. Something's coming up for you also at work. I feel like next Wednesday, so a week from today, well, I'm actually hearing a range. So between now and next Wednesday, there's some kind of disagreement that's going to get resolved. It'll get resolved in your favor without you doing anything. So whatever is going on, you need to just let it ride. You let the people and you just sit there calmly, do your job. And when all comes out in the wash, they're going to say, okay, and you're going to be like, well, I knew that, but okay, great. Glad, because what you're doing by doing that is you're not getting caught up in their story. You're staying in your own peace about it. You're not, I want to say, wasting your energy or sort of burning your energy, getting worked up about whether or not it's going to work out. You're just kind of like, all right, you guys figure it out. Whatever you need to do, I'm here. And I live to serve in this capacity. So whatever you guys tell me to do, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to get overly invested in it. So that's a big thing for you. Don't give away your peace.
Awesome. That's
all right.
It's very profound. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Always a pleasure to see you. Sending you love. Do we have the hand? Yep, we got the hand. Hey, Raigu.
Hi, Stacey.
Great to see you guys. Sending you both so much love.
You too. Hi, Keone, and bye, Keone. Keone disappeared.
He did. Aww. Who is that? Keone, you're on mute, so we don't know who that kitty's name is.
It's my cat, and she's tormenting me right now while I'm trying to produce this thing.
Of course. Well, she senses Neo, and she's like, I need to show that guy up because
she's upset because she's one of those cats that she's not allowed to get on the counters and desks, so she wants to get on the desk, but she keeps looking at me, and I'm like, no.
She gets you when you're vulnerable. Well, you're busy, so maybe you won't notice if I jump up.
Right. Bye, Indu.
Bye, Stacey. Good night.
Take care.
All right, Stacey, we got the wheel of popping today.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get it done. Where's it at? There it is. Okay, look at you. Look at you all in the wheel right now. And don't pay attention to the name of the wheel. I didn't know what I was doing.
What does it say? Click to press Control Enter. Okay. That's all right. It's cool colors today.
And we've got Lisa.
Lisa. So
Lisa did not have a specific request, so it's up to you. What do you feel like giving her some guidance or a card, or it's up to you.
All right, Lisa. So great to see you. We're pulling a card for you. Here I am. Longing for home, homesick for the stars. Okay, so I'm definitely feeling that you're getting ready to kind of make a bit of a shift, making a bigger decision or a bigger change in your life, and I feel like you're ready to do it. It's kind of like you're doing it because you're just feeling like I need a shift, and in order to get something different, I have to make a different result or make a different choice. I don't know why, but I keep feeling like like a move or a relocation. Like I feel like there's almost like you're making the decision, okay, I'm done with Raleigh, for example, and I'm picking up and I'm moving to another city. Or it can just be, I'm done with this neighborhood and I'm ready for a change and I want to, be out in the suburbs or a little bit further out or live on the other side, of the city kind of thing. So I feel very much that you are preparing for a shift because you're wanting to feel differently about things. And you're just kind of like, all right, I'm done sort of waiting. I'm done putting in my time. I'm now saying, all right, universe, I command and demand that I get what it is that I want. And I'm not taking no for an answer. So feeling like this particular window of time for you, it's very much about your self-love and self-care from that space and place of I'm choosing something new and different. And I'm not so worried about the risk or the outcome because I kind of just want something different. I kind of just want something new. And, I don't really care how this outcome turns out because I know ultimately I've already, put certain parameters around it. And I'm feeling better about that, or I'm feeling good about that. So the longing for home, I feel, is a little more like you're just longing for true connection. And I do see that that's going to be coming up for you.
Sheba.
Connection option. Keone, can you mute yourself? There's something in the background. I think sounds like water. Yeah, thank you. So I feel like the longing for home, there's a part of you, and I feel like this is partially what is sort of driving this as well, is you're really in that space of I'm ready for true connection. I'm ready to connect on those levels. Like I've elevated to a particular level. I've made some big changes in my life. I'm content with where things are at. And now I want to sort of bring the right mix of people into that. And I want those connections to be meaningful, not just to say, okay, I've got these people around me, but you're feeling a bit lackluster or like unfulfilled. The longing for home, I feel, is an acknowledgement that you have been feeling that lack of real deep connection, and that also it's on its way to you. I mean, when we look at this card, there's so much pink and white, and it's very, I want to say that the divine is all over it. And there are sort of, I feel like this is two figures that I'm looking at here. Two figures, maybe they're mirroring one another or they're meeting one another. So I definitely feel that you're moving into new territory where you are going to be making those deeper connections with people that now kind of resonate where you're at. You've had to do a lot of shedding of connections. And now it's all right, I've done my work. I've done my homework. I know who I am and what I have to offer. I know what I really want. And I'm not taking no for an answer, universe. So bring it on. And these connections, I feel, are going to really start to filter in. And they're going to happen pretty quickly. I keep seeing like domino effects. So once one person comes in, you're going to start to notice that you're getting a lot of different people that are coming into the mix. And this is friendships. This is family relationships. This is partnership. I feel like it's kind of an overhaul of all of that. And I want to say, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Like, it's about time. Like, I feel like your guides are saying, we know it's due, you're due. And so here it is. So that's really exciting. And I just heard 6 months in my mind. So I feel like between now and the next 6 months as well is where you're going to start to feel some of this shifting that's happening for you. I hope that makes some sense for you, girl. I'm sending you lots and lots of love. I understand this longing for home and homesick for the stars. I've been talking to the Black Feather community. A lot of you guys are in my Black Feather community as well, about the fact that there's just been so much shift with friendship circles and bonds. And for someone like me who is all about chosen family, my friendships are like I do have family and I do love my family. The connection is very different. It's the chosen family that I have that supports me. And when you don't have that level of connection with people that you used to be able to count on, it can be very isolating. It can be very disconcerting. And you do get homesick. You know, you do long for an easier time or simpler times or whatever, but we can't go into the past. We have to be, you know, sort of future forward and focused on that. So thanks so much for submitting your request. And I hope it made some sense to you. Sending you lots of love. All right, Keone, I know we're running behind, but I want to do one more card pull. So let's pull the wheel. Spin that wheel. Oh, it even has a sound effect. That's cool. Colleen, awesome. Does Colleen have a question?
So Colleen has a daughter that's trying to figure out where she wants to go to college, and she doesn't quite know what she wants to major in. So I don't know, whatever type of guidance you could give her.
So first things I'm seeing around your daughter: fireworks, colors. I'm not talking about the little display that you just gave with the wheel. This is different. And I keep seeing all of this happening around her heart space. So it's not that your daughter isn't sure what she wants to do in college. It's that your daughter is not giving herself permission to choose the thing that she really wants to pursue. And the thing that she wants to pursue in her mind's eye is not really going to, like, it's kind of like what people say, that's not a career, or you can't make a career out of that. Your daughter is, and you're worried about her too, because I feel like you're looking at her and you're going, okay, well, you know, you do need to have something to ground yourself into. And so it is good to, you know, sort of pick a path. And you're just kind of worried about that with her. What I want to say is, it's not only about the obvious follow your heart, pursue your heart stuff. I'm feeling a lot of this. She needs something that is a little more fast paced, something that is a little more exciting. You know, when we see the fireworks in the sky, it's the ooh, the ah, the big boom. It's exciting. She needs something that is going to keep her interested, keep her activated, something that does have a lot of movement, a lot of flow to it. She also needs something where there's going to be a lot of variety. I feel like a lot of those colors in there. She's not the girl that is going to pick one thing and just stick to it. She's not going to do the repetitive movement or the same job over and over again every single day. She's going to need variety. And I feel like for her, when she's looking at the sort of her university options and what is going to come next, the easy way for her to eliminate some of the things that she's looking for is, if I take this degree, I'm going to be stuck in a research lab. Or if I take this degree, I'm going to be, pushing paperwork, or I'm going to be managing a group of people, but not really in the thick of things. I'm going to be kind of on those higher levels. I feel like those are the big X's. That's the easy way for her to kind of eliminate the path that she wants to take. Because ultimately, I feel like for her, it's being more physically involved in her job. I keep seeing like, and I don't know if this is literal, but I keep seeing like ambulance stuff, paramedics, firefighting. And I feel like that's kind of like reflective of her heart space, like her in service. I don't know that she's necessarily going to go in and fight fires, but I do feel like she needs the kind of energy job that, if you think about paramedics, like they have to be calm and cool under pressure, but there's always something different, and they're saving lives, and they never know what they're going to walk into in any given environment, on any given call, or any given day. It's kind of like, I feel like they're showing me that example to give the example of the energy of what she wants to do or what she needs to do. And she does need to be more, I want to say, physically active active in what it is that she's doing. So she's not going to be the person that's going to enjoy sitting behind a desk all day, unless she's like being very creative about the things that she's doing on the computer type thing. I feel like she needs to be out in the world, out in the field, like park ranger or tour guide, or, what do you call it? Not an herbologist. The people who do all the beautiful landscaping, planting those, planting the flowers, planting the flower gardens, planning out, making the outside of homes and the yards beautiful. Like, she brings beauty to the world, but she has to kind of be in it in order to do it, not observing from the outside and watching others do it. She needs to be kind of in there doing it. I'm also seeing that there's going to be one college that she's considering. It feels like it's lower on her list. I keep seeing red and yellow around it. So maybe they red and yellow in the colors. And I keep seeing a lion as well. So, I mean, take that for whatever it's worth. But I feel like it's lower on her list, but actually it's something that once she sort of eliminates, based on some of the things that we've talked about, if she chooses that path, I feel like this school kind of bumps up in rank, and it's really going to be a positive school for her, a school where she's going to make a lot of lasting friendships, but she's also going to really get the experience, is what I'm hearing, that she needs, the experience that she's going to learn. And we don't often think about experience when we're talking about college. We often think about schoolwork and textbook work and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like this might be even like a hybrid school where she's doing one semester in the classroom, one semester on the job type thing. So there might be some combination there. But I feel like this college, it might even be a little bit of a smaller college to some of the other colleges that she's considering. This would be just a really amazing experience for her. And I feel like it just really sets her up for success in life as she moves forward. But she's kind of got to get out of her own way, or like releasing the stigma, or releasing her ideas of what it's supposed to look like in order to allow it to sort of be what it is. I don't feel like the school has a bad reputation, but it might be one of those silly things where her friends made fun of that college. And so now she doesn't want to go because, they made fun of it. And so, it's not the best college kind of thing. And I don't know that that's exactly what's going on there, but just to kind of give you an analogy of that. Overall, though, I definitely feel like she wants to choose something that she's going to be very active in, and sort of take a physical part or a physical role in the things that she does. And there needs to be excitement. There needs to be excitement around it. So I hope that helps. I hope that gives you at least a little bit of clarity or a little bit of direction on sort of how to take that and where to go. And thank you so much for submitting your question. It's always great to see you. Sending you lots of love. All right, Keone, I think that's it, correct?
That is it.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Like, subscribe, click that bell. You know the drill on YouTube, and we love your comments on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you so much for participating. Again, come join me next week, 5 days. So it'll be 4 days in a row, 2 days off, and then the final day, just because I didn't want to keep us on a Friday or a Saturday night. But Monday through Thursday, we are doing tarot, wine, and Phoenix wisdom, completely free. It's going to be a half-hour show. You're going to learn a lot about tarot. You're going to learn a little bit about some Phoenix energy, and whether you're a winette like me or not, it doesn't matter. There's just going to be a little pairing just because it's fun, something fun to do, but would love to have you guys join. That'll be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Each of those days are going to be different. And then the final big reveal is going to be the next Monday. And we're really looking for, the Sunday, not Monday. Sorry, Sunday. My bad. Sunday, October 1st. So looking forward to seeing you guys there. Take care. Have the most amazing time until we meet again. Mwah.